Alright, here I am at 1674 Bronco Way. It's 4-bed, 3-bath, 1764 square feet I think. It has air conditioning. Just doing a view of the neighborhood. This is a neighborhood called Jeffrey's Ranch. There's a house for sale down there. I think it just came up in the high fives. I'm going to send that later when I send the copy of the video. I'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is, in this price range, there's absolutely nothing else like it on the market anywhere near here. I mean, sub 500, there's basically nothing. This is the only one I can really show that makes any sense whatsoever. So for 500, or in this case, hopefully a bit lower, I think 480 is going to work. Obviously you have issues that need to be taken care of, but all that stuff can be either negotiated with the price or whatnot. So these guys, basically the deal was these guys were in escrow before at 490. It fell out because of the plumbing. They were in escrow at 480. It fell out because of the plumbing. And you got a couple of things that need to be taken care of. They could either be taken care of before or after the close, depending on price. And I'll go through all that with you. So right there you got a hole in the window. Don't know where that came from, but you got a hole in the window, so that is going to need to be repaired. 250 bucks, give or take. There's about $8,000 worth of termite work that's going to need to be done. That would be some of it right there. I'm not going to get into the details of the termite work, but there's about $8 grand, and again, that can either be done by the seller, depending on price, or it can be done by the buyer after the close of escrow. And we can talk about all that stuff. So you walk in here, and you got the nice tile entryway here, and then there's brand new carpet all throughout the house. So you'll see, it looks like pretty much new paint all over. There's some smudges and stuff like that there, but that'll wipe right off. So this is your living room. You already have window covers, so that counts for something because that's extra money. Then you got this weird kind of thing that I didn't even see over here, but not bad. I mean, I don't like the way it looks so much, but it looks like there should have been something here, the way it's painted. But you got some storage there underneath the stairs. And then you got, like, you need window covers there. You're not going to keep those curtains. Now, you do have the older style windows, but again, at this price range, that's what you're going to get. Okay. The kitchen. The flooring is great in here. This tile is really nice. It's actually nicer than what I have in my house, believe it or not. The cabinets, they look a little bit worn, but I wouldn't say you need to do anything with them. Sometimes we paint those and paint them white so that it matches everything else. And then sometimes we just kind of like refinish, kind of like sand them a little bit, and then restain them. That's a pretty small job. Now, in a house of this stature, like in the houses in the 600K range, if we're trying to maximize rents, we're going to update those countertops to granite. It's not a big job, especially in a kitchen like this. I'm doing one right now. I think it's 5,300, but I want to say the kitchen is probably about twice the size. So call it like, I don't know, 3.5 grand if you wanted to put countertops on there. Which, again, in a rental in this price range in this neighborhood, might be worth it, might not. Depends on what your view is for what you want for rent, and everybody's different because, as I always tell everybody, unless you are absolutely maximizing your depreciation where your tax is down to 0, there is no reason that you should try to maximize your rent at this point, at least for the first 4 years, because it just doesn't matter. But on the other side of the coin, it is easier to update everything before any tenants move in, but you could conceivably let it run for a couple of years and then update later when you have more cash. So all depending there. So I'm going to show you the garage because the garage is a bit jacked up, and I'll explain that to you. So here's bedroom number 1. We need to put some closet doors in there. Doesn't look like that one's too functional. Those are really old style doors, but again, it's a matter of how much you want to update a house of this price point. Because I think that you're not going to get a whole lot more rent for updating stuff like that, but that's stuff we will talk with Diana about. Probably use a little bit of touching up there, but everything in here looks good. we'd want shower doors or a curtain there. Shower door is about $350. Shower door is always a little better than a curtain because you have the curtain, and if the curtain water seeps out, then it gets into the drywall there and it starts making things a little mushy. So I think those are usually about $350 or so, maybe $500. I might be off by a little bit, but we usually do those on the upstairs for sure, and then kind of optional downstairs. I would always opt to put the same things in all the bathrooms and then be done with it. Okay, here's a closet underneath the stairs here. Now let me take you out here into the garage. So what was happening is the woman was using this as an office out here. She was running a computer business. So she has, on top of the concrete floor, she's put like a wood floor and then run all this electric here. I'm guessing that's going to cost about, I don't know, $1,500 or so. I think the agent who's selling it said roughly that amount. And then you'd probably at some point want to replace those garage doors as well. That's an old one. But again, we're kind of splitting hairs on the small stuff. I think I was able to show you overall the prices and stuff like that, which I'll talk more about a little bit later on the what do you call it, on email. And I don't want to say too much in front of the agent right now because this place is a really good deal at this price point, so I don't want to get them all pumped up. Has AC, as you can see, so that's good. No grass. They turned off the water. Not a tremendous issue. This will be a little bit messy when it rains in the wintertime, but like in the summer, like when it's dry, which is like 98% of the time here, not a problem. The backyard looks good, so. Let me just take you, there's no washer and dryer here, but the washer and dryer goes out here in the garage, which is standard for a house of this size. There's the water heater, which we always look at to see how it looks. It looks in decent shape. These water heaters are built to fail, but it has a pan under it, and it has that drain there, which means if it does fail, it's going to fall on the floor here. That's fine, not if, but when. They have about a 15-year lifespan. The furnace actually looks pretty good. I don't think that's definitely not original equipment. I don't think they've updated that at some point. So, take you up the stairs here. See the brand new carpet all the way up. Banisters look good. Don't really need to do anything with those. There is a law about how wide they can be, so kids don't stick their heads in there and choke themselves. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff we'd want to touch up as well. That's super easy. They painted the whole house, but they didn't touch up these door jambs, which is kind of ridiculous, but that's what they did. So I'm going to take you into the master here. So this is the master bedroom, and out here is the deck. This is where some of the termite action is going on, and like I said, that's about 8K, but you got window coverings here. And then they do this all the time. I wouldn't have put the carpet all the way into in front of the sink here, but that's the cheap option. Again, I don't know if I would update that right away or just kind of wait. These cabinets, don't love the color of them, but that would be an easy fix. I mean, it's fine. They're functional. And then everything that's in is this brand new tub and brand new shower enclosure, so you definitely want the glass doors there. That tile is a nice, I've seen a lot worse. How can I put it? I mean, there's nothing lovely about it, but it's a hard surface. It's not carpet, and it's better than a lot of linoleum and stuff like that I see in these older houses. So that looks good. A nice walk-in closet here. We're going to need doors for that for sure. All will be discussed in the contract and the purchase price. So then you have a Jack and Jill bathroom, which people love, which means there's two smaller bedrooms up here connected, and they connect to the bathroom. So here's your bathroom, and same tile on the floor. That's new as well. You'll need doors on there, and again, cosmetically, if you want to spruce up those cabinets, something needs to be done. Whether they get painted or whether they just get refinished. And then you have this other other bedroom here, and there's no closet doors. So if I had to put a finger on it about like how much it's going to cost to update this place after the close of escrow, not including the termite, I think it's under 10 grand. Depends on what we do in that. Depends on what we do in that garage floor. I would be tempted to leave it as it is because the tenant might want to use it like that. And if the tenant doesn't like it, it's probably a 2-day job and $1,500 to take it out of there. Bottom line, yeah, there's a little bit of work to do in here, but close the door here before I speak. At this price point, what they're willing to deal on, I don't think that there's absolutely nothing else in the market that's going to suit at the 480 price point, which is what I think that this one we can get this for 480. We could try a little lower, 475 maybe, but yeah, this is good. This thing will rent for 2,700 plus or minus 75. I'm saying so. You know, might rent for 27, might rent for 27.75. At 26.25, it's a no-brainer. I just don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. But at 26.25, I think it would rent first day on market to multiple people. Okay, that's it.